Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all from Reason Together TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time and wherever you are in the part of the world. Welcome back again to my channel. If this is your first time coming across this channel, please enable to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first person to be notified. This case that you are about to watch is a case of family dispute. Please listen attentively as the complainant and the defendant make their statement for peaceful resolution until I come your way next time. Remain blessed and bye for now.
Again, happy New Year and join us. Thank you. Okay, Madam, use the microphone properly and tell us what you come to complain about this man.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I come here to complain about my husband. He normally beats me whenever he drunk. He's a smoker. He normally beats me whenever he drunk or smoke. But he's the last one we fight. He didn't touch me. But for him to touch me and beat me, I don't know what can come to the end. I try and pack my load and leave his place. But what I come for is that I don't know if you can help me. If he can abide with you, if he cannot beat me again, I can still go back. But if he cannot do so, okay, please let me take my two children and leave.
How old is the marriage?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
Are you married in court?
No. Church.
Church.
Yes.
Were you dating before you married?
Yes.
How long did you date?
Like 6 months.
You dated 6 months.
Yes.
Okay, within the period you were dating him,
Yes.
was he beating you?
No.
Was there any form of violence in that courtship?
No.
He has never beaten you.
No.
Was he insulting you?
No.
There was nothing like that.
Yes.
Okay, what usually prompted this? At what point did you used to drink then? When you were friendly, when you were courting him?
I don't notice that.
If he drinks,
Yes.
if he smokes,
No.
you don't know if he smokes,
Yes.
and you don't know if he drinks.
Yes.
Throughout the 6 months, you have never smelled alcohol from this young man,
Yes.
and you have never perceived smoking or odor of cigarettes.
Yes.
So what led him to be smoking or drinking, and to the extent that he will get drunk and be beating you after marrying you?
After married, I notice he normally drink, smoke.
Excuse me.
But
Put that
after
phone aside.
after that smoke, whenever he
Let me
smoke,
adjust
whenever
this
he
one.
drink,
Adjust your chair this way. Okay.
whenever he drink, come back, accuse me, started to beat me.
Accuse you that what?
Unnecessary things.
Like what?
He may be accusing me, why did you do this? Why did you do that?
Why did you do what? Be specific.
The last one we fight,
Yes.
okay, he accused me that I'm having an affair with his brother's friend, which they are pastors. I went to their house. When I went to their house, they want to do their mommy remembrance
Mr. Lawal,
on Saturday.
you are abusing this office. Give phone to your this. You can't be pressing phone while you have the phone. Give him the phone.
They wanted to do their brother's remembrance, their mommy, on
Yeah.
Saturday. I went there on Friday. After coming back on Friday, I cook. I wanted to give my children food. He came back. When he came back, he started to accuse me that I'm having an affair with his friend brothers, which is prophets. I said no. He started accusing me to the extent he started abusing my parents, abusing my mom, and I told him not to be abusing my mom. But he started accusing me, abusing my mom to the extent he wanted to beat me, but I run out the house.
Okay, what led to him accusing you of sleeping with the man?
I don't know, maybe it's because he have drunk before coming back.
No, he have never met you with the man before.
No.
He just come back and he now started accusing you that you are sleeping with his brother's friend. Just
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
You have not visited the man's house before.
His brother's house, they want to do their mommy remembrance. So I went there on Friday to help them, to assist them. So as I was going, many peoples were there together. So he just saw me. He was even there too. All of his friend brothers, he told me that I was sleeping with them, that I was having an affair with them. And I said no. He was accusing me to the extent abusing me.
Did you tell him that you are going to that place?
Yes, he was there with me.
Did you people sleep there?
No.
You returned back the next day?
Yes.
Okay, that is number one. Which day again?
The second day, there was a day after our my firstborn naming ceremony. His dad died. Then I was inside with my baby. He used belt to beat me seriously, terribly, to the extent that our mommy was aware.
That what? What led to that?
Okay, he said, okay, let me have fun with you. I said no, that I just delivered because he has drunk. I just delivered a baby. Please, please let me go out. He locked the door at the back.
How old was your baby?
My baby just even 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes.
And you were still bleeding.
Yes.
Was it in the day or at night?
At night.
And you refused.
Her mother was there. Even her sisters was there.
The mother was in your house?
In their house. I was in their house.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was in their house. He started beating me with belt.
Which other day? Which other day?
There is one day too. He's smoking inside. When he's smoking inside, I came outside to sit beside the door. To sit beside the door outside. I only tie only wrapper that day. Sit outside beside the door. My husband, when I want to open the door, come inside. My husband said, "Okay, you went out to go and do have an affair with another man. Don't come inside." To the extent that he started beating me that day. To the extent the frame that is up, he carried the frame and knock it on the floor, break everything. Our wedding frame, he carried it and knock it on the floor, break everything that day. Our mommy was aware too.
The mother is still.
Yes.
Was she in that house? Or you just called her?
I called him. I called her to come. She come. She saw everything that day. She was aware.
Is it working?
Her mother.
Yes.
Yes,
His
she's
mother.
a angel.
No,
A agent.
your husband brother. Your husband they work.
Yes.
Where is he working?
Surveyor.
Severe.
He's a surveyor. Yes.
Okay, this very one you packed out of the house. What happened that very day?
That very day, that's the one I explained first. I went to his brother's mother's remembrance.
Father's remembrance.
Yes, mother's remembrance. Her mother's her brother's mother's remembrance. I went there I went there to help them to cook.
Mm.
That on Friday.
Mm.
He met me there. I even served him food that day before I left there. When I get home, I cook for my children. I wanted to give them food. You come back. Okay, he started to accuse me. You are having an affair with my friend brothers. I said no. I didn't have an affair with your friend brothers. You didn't see us together. Even those people, I didn't see them. This is the first time I'm seeing them. He started accusing me, abusing my parents, abusing my mom, which my mom is not alive. abusing my mom. And I said I can't tolerate that again. I packed my load the other morning and left.
Well, you left with your children.
No, he's with him.
How many children do you
Two
have?
children.
How old is the first child?
The first one is 5 years. The second one is 3 years.
5 years
3 years.
and 3 years.
Yes.
Boy or girl?
Boys.
Boys. Where did you leave the children to?
He's with him.
No, you that leave the house.
Yes.
As you come out from that house, where you come go?
My brother's place.
Your brother's place.
Yes.
Your papa no get house for Lagos.
No.
So your brother married,
Yes.
and since that time you have been staying with your brother.
Yes, it's just last month.
Last month.
Yes.
You have spent 1 month there.
No.
How many months?
I've not yet
How many
spent
weeks have you spent there?
like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's not even up to 2 weeks. It happened around okay, it's up to 2 weeks now. It happened around 19th of December.
And when you leave the house to your brother's place, what did your brother call you?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
He didn't call him, he called her mom.
Okay.
So I don't know what they discussed together.
Hmm.
But her mom told me I should come to human rights so that I can fight and collect my children. If he doesn't refuse to collect me back, I should fight and collect my children.
But the man did not drive you. You are the one that leave the house.
Yes, because
And
of
that
the
very day, you say he did not beat you.
he didn't beat me.
You just left and packed.
For him
and
not to
packed.
beat me, yes.
Okay, for him not to beat you. Why
Yes.
you no pack? Why you no first of all carry yourself comot first? Stay outside, make it no beat you, or make it pursue you. Come outside, come beat you. Why you pack your load, leave your 2 children? Why did you not pack the load? If you need the children, first of all, as you want to secure yourself, you still secure the children. But if to say the man was beating you that night the same way he used to beat you, then you now get the excuse, okay, I run out for my life. Okay, you go out of the house. You did not go to the next compound and go and stay. You did not rush to your brother and come and talk to your in-law, make you no beat me again. No. Or you call the mama as your son don dey shout, now make you no touch me again. No. That day sef, he never even touch you. He just dey shout. You now went and you no leave your load go.
I went to his
You
mother's
now
place.
arrange all your clothes, you pack. Hold on, madam. I've told you people, if you want to complain in this office, you search yourself very well. You now leave the house, and as you pack your things, you don pack as a married woman wey don born and no pro family again wey dem dey fight. You just pack your load. You no go to your mother-in-law house. You no go to your mother-in-law house that you have been calling. You just carry
We are
yourself,
living together.
go straight to go and stay with your brother. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you can't days till you can't weeks. These children now, you never see them, and you wan come carry the children. So you now that leave your children without considering that these children 5 years and 3 years, as a mother that you supposed to feed the children, you supposed to take care of the children, you did not consider the children. You leave and you walk out of the marriage, you pack the load and leave the children. Why are you looking for the children? The children is important to you. You cannot leave them.
They are our mom, we are living together. So that day, that exactly day, we are together with our mom, with our mother and father, our step father. To the extent our father said I should leave for him not to beat me.
Speak normal,
After-
speak broken, make her dey understand. When you say her father, is it the mother? This girls dey speak normal broken, make her dey hear.
When I leave there, after 3 days, I went to check after my children. After that 3 days again, I went back there to check after my children. Even I normally call her mom.
As you go there, they
To
talk and
talk
say,
to them.
I call my husband mother, or I call my children papa mother, I call him mother. Just dey speak that broken like that. When you are confusing me, when you say her no be man, na woman.
I'm sorry.
So they speak normal English. They speak broken so that I go understand wetin you mean. You call your husband mama.
Yes.
When you live there, you call
Yes.
him mama.
Yes. Ask of my children. They will give them phone to speak with me.
Your husband mama live for that house?
Yes.
He's living with you people?
Yes.
And he did the when the man dey beat you?
Yes.
And
He doesn't beat me that day after that last one.
so the woman is living there now?
Yes.
She's living with you people?
Yes.
In the same room?
Yes.
How many rooms that they live?
He's living 2-bedroom flats. We were living home and parlor self-contained.
I don't understand.
Our mama, they live inside 2-bedroom.
Mama?
Mama, they live inside 2-bedroom flat. We they live inside home and parlor self-contained.
So how all of una come live inside one room? When I dey ask you say your husband mama dey live with you, you said yes. In
Yes.
the same room, you
In
said
the
yes.
same
How
house.
she come dey for 2-bedroom flat, she come dey for a room and palace?
In the same house.
In the same house?
Yes,
The
he's
same compound?
the same compound.
The woman dey her own flat?
Yes.
And you dey room and palace?
Yes.
As you pack out from that room, why you no enter your
She's there.
your mother-in-law?
She's there. She stand by when I'm packing my load.
Give phone to this man. Make you respond to me. Lawal, respond back to what she said. Have you been drinking and smoking before you married her?
Good afternoon, ma. I appreciate the question. I met her 2014,
Okay.
in the year 2014, around June, if I'm not mistaken. So, and I approached her that I like her. She was a nurse then. Then she was working at Damla Hospital then before we met together. Then I make her understand that I'm such a quiet guy, but I don't like anything like wahala. She understand. Then she compelled to marry me. Then I can say maybe with short period of time, we have we got pregnant to that firstborn up to date. So what I observe in her is that she used to do adultery.
Like how? Have you caught her? before?
Yeah,
When did you notice that?
yeah. What really happened is that ever since we did the wedding,
Mm.
as in I don't wish to live in that compound with her in case in time of all this wahala. So I just have to move away from my mother's apartment to rent another apartment. She understand. So I rented 3-bedroom flat for her. 3-bedroom flat so that we live conveniently. We have a self compound then. So my children's school is not far from that one. Then I just wish to help her find another job so that she'll be using it to get one or two things. Okay, so when I get to that hospital she was working, then the woman told me that she will be paying her some amount. Then I went back to that woman that are you sure this money will be able as in for my wife to work with you? And the woman told me that gradually when we proceed that she will know how to be putting more money on her money. What I observe in that our working place is that there is a guy there working with her. She normally tell me that she will be at night duty. Then my firstborn is still around 2 years then. Then the thing I observe is that when she started all this adultery issue, she you get that same guy I was telling you that she make an adultery with used to come to my own house.
Did you catch them?
Yeah, what I observe is that I didn't catch her. But what I observe is that her ways of working and responding to me at home shows me he's dating that guy. But I never mind about that anyway. She gets man. But the first day I will caught her is that when I was just coming from work then, I met that guy inside my sitting room. Are you listening, man? I met the guy inside my sitting room, then I accused her, what's this guy doing here? Only God can testify what I'm saying, if I'm lying to her. So she told me that the guy was working. I don't want this guy. How many times will I tell you that I don't want to see anybody? That's the reason why I moved away from Alaja's side. That was the first time I could say I tasted anything like alcohol that she's talking about. I never smoke. When we met each other, I'm not a drunkard. She get me, man. But she tells me during our relationship, up to date, and this beating of a thing that she accused me for, I never beat her. The only first day, man, that happens that I slapped her, the only first day, and after then, it never happened up to date. What happened that day is that I have a client that gave me 10,000 naira. So within that period, I don't have any money in my account. There's no food at home. Then I have some bills to pay at the street. Then so I have to take 2,000 naira out of that money to go and settle those bills on street. Okay, when I remove the 2,000 naira, I have to go and take my children from school because the school is not far from home. But before I come back to take my children from school, the remaining 8,000 naira was missing in my pocket. Okay, what happened? We are no more than this at home. Then who took these 8,000 naira? She denied up to date. That was what moved us away from that apartment that we rented back home.
Because of 8,000 naira.
Because of that 8,000 naira, we fought each other that day. That was the first and the last of the beating she was saying that I beat her.
You said that was the day you
That
her.
was the first and last.
Okay, one, you come here with courage, and anything that you say that is not proven, then you will have yourself to be blamed if you allege somebody because you are live and people are watching both of you. That's what you signed for. If you said anything that you did not prove, we will get you arrested until you prove it. So whatever you are not sure, don't dent her. When you say she's committing adultery,
I will never do
or
that.
you say she's lying, you caught her with a man and you saw her, I was expecting you to say, I caught her naked with a man in my room. Or in
I will never lie what I did not see.
No, that is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The question now is this. I first ask you a different question. You're answering me with a different answer. The question I first asked you, were you drinking when you people were friends?
That's why I said that. I was not a drunkard.
Do you drink alcohol at all?
I don't take alcohol, man.
At what point have you started taking? Or you up to date, you are not taking alcohol?
As in, what happened is that after our marriage, what I'm saying is after our marriage, when she begins to, as in, when I don't understand working with me anymore, she understand.
How do you mean?
What I mean is that,
Yes.
as in being a wife, we just have to compare together. But since when she did not understand me again, and
What kind of comply?
as in, what I understand is she normally acts on her own.
Like
That
what?
this is what I want.
Like how? Explain and
As
give us the example.
self decision. You understand?
You are still not explaining the details. Tell us, for instance, this is on so day, this is what she did. That
Okay.
makes you to say she have self-decision or she's acting on her own.
Okay, what I mean is that when I complain about this guy of a thing that I don't want this guy to come to my house anymore.
What is the name of the guy?
I don't know the guy anywhere. I don't know his name, but they work together in that hospital.
What is the name of the hospital?
If I could remember,
The hospital is located which area? Please
is
hold
that in that
microphone
our
properly
area,
in your hand.
ma?
Hold the mic to your mouth.
The hospital is Poleg, or she will be the one to remember. Say Polag, or
what is the distance between your house and the hospital?
the distance between the house and the hospital is not far, not too far, like 3 streets to the apartment.
And the guy usually come to your house.
Yes, at times when they come from work, the guy normally escorts my wife home. It is not twice I met this guy, and I've complained
To who?
bitterly to my wife that I don't want this girl in my house. I don't want to see both of you anymore.
So it's between you and her. You never tell any other person, including your mother that is living in that compound, that the particular guy has been coming to your house
My
with your
parents
wife.
was aware. They were aware then because I reported her. Then that period of time, she quit that job, and ever since I did not feel anything.
Who quit the job?
She quitted the job.
Sit back, please. Sit comfortably. Relax back so that I can see you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So after she quitted the job,
Yeah.
so we proceed better. Then the issue of that beating, ever since I met her
When
with,
she quitted the job, the
Yes.
guy stopped coming to the house.
yes,
And that ends that one.
and that ends there.
So where Cheria again are you suspecting her?
What I mean is that I never beat her throughout that period she's saying. Then after leaving that apartment, after 3 years, the relationship is like 6 years now.
Yes.
Then, but I never beat her during that period she's saying. The only issue that caused fight, which is the first and the last, is that issue of that 8,000 that I'm saying about. Then after she took that money, she went back to my mother's apartment that she can't continue to live with me because I embarrassed her because of 8,000 naira. My mother called me and spoke to me.
But
and
did you
forget the
really
issue
confirm, did you have any proof that she stole the money before you started slapping her?
Okay, what happened is that it is not more than 30 minutes when I kept the money inside the pocket, and she normally know where I used to put money. At times when I'm at work, she call me that, where are we going to eat? Go to where you normally pick money. Take some amount there and prepare food. So she know where I keep money as a wife.
And you did not even consider that even if she wants to take the money and it's both of you that is in that house, she cannot just go there and take the whole money.
What happened is that she hasn't done that to me. But what happened is that within just period of time, within like 30 minutes time, just to take my children from school, the money I kept.
And what makes you think that you cannot even calculate that probably you misplaced the money in the course of you?
Later, she did not deny it because they helped us to settle the issue. She did not deny it up to date, but she never gave me back the money. But she begged me that she was the one that took it, and that goes after them. She understand.
But you just said that she never accepted to this moment that she
I
took
said
the
she
money.
never returned the money back. She never returned it back. But she was the one that took it when they helped us to settle the issue. They told her to beg me, and she begged me. I forget about that. Ever since then, I normally buy food at home. My children are going to the best school. I never maltreat her like anyhow. But this issue of on the 18th, she left home.
What happened that day?
We had a little misunderstanding.
What led to the misunderstanding?
It's like she normally do it to me. If I ask her sex, that let us sex each other,
Yeah.
she'll tell me she's busy or she's somehow weak. She don't have time. That okay, maybe 7 days in a week we'll be meeting each other like 2 times. And I told her, I don't think I'll continue like this. I'm still your husband. Why will I be providing for you? You'll be telling me that you'll be timing date or day to sleep with you. Then we have that argument ever since before that issue occurred that week. She understand. So unfortunately, when we met at my mother's senior sister remembrance, that on the 18th. Okay, I was coming from site and I met her there. What are you doing here now? Do you tell me you are coming here? She said no, that my mom told her to come. I said, okay, no problem. Then we never look as if we are fighting. She understand me, man. So my brother now sent me to go and buy something from the other street. When I was coming back, I met my wife with a man standing, talking to her. Okay, when I was about to move closer to them, they split each other. I now called my wife that, what are you doing with this man? Why are you standing to talk with this man? She never tell me anything. She told me that she's going home. And I said, okay. When I'll finish with that my senior brother, then I get back home. On my way going home, I saw a call. That my brother called me that I shouldn't fight my wife, that she saw some symptoms between both of us there. I say, there's no problem. But when I get home, I need to call her again that what is the means of you and this guy? What are you saying? She did not allow me to say anything. She just ran out of the sitting room and moved to the next compound, which is my mother's apartment. She understand. So when she was explaining things to my mother, then I later entered. So my mom was now asking me that, what's the matter? Then I told her that I was just coming from site and I met my wife talking to so man. So for me challenging her, she now ran out of the house. So what's the meaning of that? Can't I ask her my own question or opinion? Then from there she was now bragging. Then what do I mean? In front of my mom and my stepfather sitting down there, the man was even eating that night. The man was cautioning her that, can't you see me sitting down? Extend that this lady was even shouting. As I want to near her to even, what's the meaning of that? My stepfather shouted at me. Then I sat down back. Then she went out of the building. She went out to go and meet his brother. Then the next day, I just see a vehicle just coming that, okay, they want to pack their load. Then
With the brother.
With the brother. That I was talking of the 19th of December. She get me. Then
So she did not spend Christmas with the kids.
No, she did not. She didn't spend the Christmas with the kid. I even gave her money before this fight happened. I gave her money that she should buy clothes for my children. She didn't buy the clothes before she went out of the house. She get me. So when she left out, I didn't complain. Then my stepfather called me that, okay, just leave her alone. Let her pack whatever she wants to pack. Even the neighbors that we have, both left and right, those landlady and landlord that we have as our neighbors there, was even accusing her, did your husband beat you? Did your husband fight you? She was replying them that no, that she's tired of the relationship. They should let her pack her load. Then I surrendered myself that, okay, let her pack. But I won't allow my children to follow this lady because she can't take good care of my children. So until on the 5th, before I see this letter of invitation up to date, I never have anything more than that.
Give her the mic. Madam, what is the name of the guy your husband met both of you in his room, in your apartment?
This guy doesn't come to our house.
Who is the person?
He's doctor.
Doctor who?
Dr. Wasiu.
How did your husband see you and the guy? Doctor.
Immediately they just accept the guy as doctor in our hospital. My husband decided to tell me, don't work in that hospital again. I don't like that place again. That place is not good for you again. Don't work there again.
Hold on. Did your husband know the man before?
No.
So how did he know they accepted the man as doctor in your hospital?
He normally comes to our hospital.
To come and do what?
Sometimes he may come and collect money from me.
So your husband have not met you with the man before?
No.
In any way?
No.
So how did he know that the promoter, how did he know the guy that was?
The guy was working in our hospital, so he normally saw the guy there.
So he's the only guy working there?
Yes, with whom we are 4 in numbers working there.
How many men there?
One man and 3 ladies.
Only that guy?
Yes.
And 3 of you?
Yes.
And your husband have not seen, the man have not, never come to your house before?
No.
So how did he say he met you? The man come to your house like 2 times?
The man doesn't even know our house.
The man don't know your house?
Yes.
Do you have the man number? Do you have the number? Answer me first, yes or no.
I don't think. I want to call the doctor there.
To give
The
you-
matron.
to give you the man's number.
Yes.
The second one, he said you are refusing him sex. Is it true, yes or no?
Yes.
Why? Tell us
Reason.
the reason.
Reason is that maybe when I'm menstruating, he normally told me people are menstruating 3 days a month. I said no. My menstruation period is 7 days a month.
Okay.
He normally complained that, which I always told him.
Go ahead.
And then the issue that he said he met me with a man in the brother's remembrance, mommy remembrance ceremony. That day, he doesn't met us together. That day, they sit down like this. Their friend, their brother's friend, sit down like this. Me and that man, we stand at their front. The man just called me. I was going. The man just called me. I even greet them. Okay, bye. Oh, good night. I'm going home. I'm going home because our mom called me that I should come home. Oh, it's night. Okay, and I greet them. I'm going home. Oh. The man just stood up where he sit down, called me. Hello, I said, sir. He said, what's my name? No, even he doesn't even ask what's my name. He said, which church are you going to? I said,
Who asked you the question?
the man, which church are you going to? The rest, they sit down like this. So me and the man stand like this. The man said, which church are you going to? I said, Obasheba Parish, that is our church. The man said, the man is prophet. Oh. The man said, how are you in this family? I said, I'm a wife. Okay, the man said, who is your husband? Immediately the man said, who is your husband? My husband and his brother clamped by. They are on the bike coming. They are coming like this. I just pointed to him. That is my husband. He said, who is your husband? Is it Obama Demon? I said, no. The second one, Oba Juwon. He said, who is Oba Juwon? I said, the second one. Immediately my husband looked back like this, saw me. When I saw that my husband saw me like this, I told the man, I don't even want to hear what the man is saying. I said, I'm going home. I wanted to go and collect money from his brother for transport.
Of course. You got up. Other women are there.
Yes.
You now get up.
Yes. I said, I'm going home.
Prophet now saw you
Yes.
and asked you which church you dey go.
Yes.
Wetin leads to that question?
The prophet, they sit down like this. Those prophets sit down. He just got up as I was going. I passed their front. I said, good night, I'm going. He just get up. Which church are you going to? I said, Obasheba Parish. Okay.
So the prophet now see everybody. You just say good night. Oh, I see people sitting down here. We all sit. As I get up, prophet no see vision for me when I sit down. After we sit finish.
We are there together. We are there together.
Hold on, madam. Hold on. You sit down with every other person.
Yes.
And no prophet no ask you for church where you dey go. Prophet ask you that time.
Yes.
He ask
Okay.
you when you sit down.
No, they sit outside. We sit outside.
As you
Cooking.
now get up, now one go. Prophet come get up, come miss you. Say which church you dey go. Make you dey well done now, madam. You hold on. Some of us should stop creating problem necessarily. Marriage is not by force, but if you want to be in marriage, there are procedures to be in marriage. It's not easy. You cannot be single and be married. You either be married or you are single. You either pack and stay single, good and fine, freedom, nobody will ask you. No woman will ask you, where are you going, Mr. Man? How did you come out? Why didn't you sleep in the house? No man will ask you, why are you coming back late or not? You got up from where all of you are sitting. Prophet did not see vision. He did not ask you question. Which church are you going? Which Sabbath you worship? Prophet sit down with everybody. You now get up. You say good night to everybody. Good night to prophet. Now get up and ask you. The first question prophet asks you, which church are you going? So when he now asks you which church you are going, You tell am the church you dey go. As you stand there dey talk, he now leave where which church you dey go. He enter who is your husband. The prophet no see you vision yet o. Which church you dey go and who is your husband? You now tell, as you say, who is your husband? You see your husband with the brother climbing okada coming. You did not wait to tell prophet o, this is my husband.
I wait.
You now left. As you now tell prophet, night don come o.
I wait there. Immediately there, when the man said, who is my husband? I told him, this is my husband. Immediately there.
Okay. The prophet now finish the prophecy.
No. I said, it's night. I wanted to collect, as I saw my husband, the reaction. I said, I wanted to collect transport fare.
What is the reaction?
Immediately, I tell the prophet, this is my husband. He just looked back at me. Immediately, and I tell the man that I'm going.
You say, this is my husband.
Yes.
And the husband looked
Back at me.
You
Even
now-
when I collected the money finish, all of them was even telling me, bring that money. Let's share the money together. Bring that money. And my husband said, go. Immediately, and I left there and go.
I will tell you something here. I don't care how anybody feel, but I can only tell anybody the truth. How you feel about me, I don't care. The truth I will tell you and please my God and make myself happy is what I care about. One, both of you have problem. You have your problem, your husband have his own problem.
Please, ma, even the one he said he have not yet beat me before is a lie. There was a day we went together to his great grandma place. That day, he drunk. He smoked that day. He said he's going home. When they finished meeting, he said he's going home. We even thought they have gone home. Later, around 10, he come back again. I slept with grandma, with my baby. He said I should come down from the bed. I said, how will I come down from the bed? Grandma said, leave her, don't disturb her. I said you should come down from the bed. Do you normally sleep on the bed in my mother's place? Grandma said, how are you saying all these things? Leave her, let her sleep. He just carry his baby and go outside. Immediately, I wanted to follow him. The baby was crying. Okay, give me the baby. Let me pet the baby. He just give me slap. So the extent beat me. They step in their house like this. I run like this. He beat me. To the extent I was that day. His grandma even said, Nika, you can't marry Juwon. Oh. You can't marry her. Oh. See the way he's beating you. Is it this way he normally beats you? You can't marry Juwon. Oh. You can't. Everybody was there. Everybody was saying, Auntie Nika, sorry, you can't marry my brother. Oh. That is his great grandma.
Great grandma.
Yes.
Great grandma.
Yes.
Okay. The mama said they.
Yes.
It's good. Give it phone. Mr. Lawal,
Yes, ma'am.
you know you have no right to beat her. Answer me with microphone.
I haven't beaten her.
You confirmed in this office that you slapped her. Do you know you don't have right to slap her?
You know, I told you.
Answer me first. Do you know you have no right to slap her? Answer me first. Yes or no?
Yes, but I told you once that I slapped her. It is out of annoyance.
No, but listen to me. You don't tell me, give me reason why you slap person. You can only justify yourself on the ground that you are trying to defend yourself. You can't say, out of provocation, I stab her, and you allow the police or the law to allow you go. Because he said, out of annoyance, I slapped her. Out of annoyance, she can be out of annoyance and shoot you. She can be out of annoyance and equally slap you. There are so many ways of resolving issues without beating, touching each other. Both of you are still very young in the marriage. 6 years. You are.
Sure, you get me, man.
When was the first time she packed away from home?
The first time was that ever since before she took that money, I told you that she took from my pocket. That day, she told me she's going to work. Then she didn't came back home. Sure you get. Then when
She's going to work.
she told me she's going to work,
And she did not come back.
she didn't come back home.
Was she working at night? Is it a night work?
She told me she's at night, and I refused. I don't want her at night work anymore.
Hold on. Another thing I want to ask you, did she just become a what is it, auxiliary nurse? Give her phone.
Yes.
Are you an auxiliary nurse?
Yes, ma.
Was that what you were doing before both of you married?
Yes, ma.
You met her as an auxiliary nurse.
Yes.
Give him the mic. And she do work at night when you met her?
She was working at one hospital then.
No,
but
did she used to work at night?
I never, as in when we got married, she haven't started any work then. I was the one, man, who took her to that hospital to work there.
And you know she's an auxiliary
I know
nurse.
she's a nurse.
And the only place auxiliary nurse can work is hospital.
Yes.
And you took her to go and take the work.
I took her there. But
And you feel insecure that you don't trust her anymore.
not
And
like
you
that.
know-
That matron, when she called us for an interview, that Mr. Lawal, will you agree your wife should be working at night or morning or afternoon only? And I told her, we even signed that very moment that it is only daytime.
Is that true?
No, ma. I have the woman number here.
Eh?
I have the woman number, the matron number.
we can call the one. Our hospital is even still there. I was the one who took her there. Then that woman interviewed both of us as a couple then. Do you allow your wife to work at night? I said no. Before I could sign inside that form. Then.
So how many times did she work at night?
So what really happened then is that she told me that they have an
Is it only that day she slept out or
it
subsequently?
is only that day. When I now asked her that, where are you coming from? She told me she's coming from work.
Okay,
Meanwhile,
when
she
you did
didn't
not
go-
see her, hold on. When you did not see her returning back at night, did you call her?
I called her phone.
Did she pick?
And I even went back to that hospital. She was not in that hospital. She now later came with his senior brother. His brother was telling me that she slept her own side. Then I pursued both of them that very day. That was the
Where
first.
did they sleep that day? Give me the phone.
Thank you, ma. That day he was talking about, that day I'm at home with my baby because I normally carry my baby to my working place. That day, I went to my brother's place to treat one man there with my brother. My brother was there. I went there to treat the man. The man was taking drip. The man was taking drip.
In the hospital.
No, in my brother's place. After coming back from my working place.
Did you tell your husband you are going to your brother's place to go and treat somebody?
My
Divine.
brother, my husband was not around. And our place is not far. It's near.
During what time? Did you call your husband that you are going to your brother's place to treat a patient?
No, ma.
Did you call him?
No, ma.
You went
When?
on your own.
I went and treat the man. But when my husband come back, my husband called me on phone. I told him I was in my brother's place treating someone there, which you even know the person I'm treating there. I have the number, the person that I'm treating there. I have the number right now. My brother's number is with me right now. The person, I treat the person, but the person is unable to finish the drip that day. And I'm going to work the following morning. And I come back home, I cook. I wait for my husband to come. I called my husband on phone. Please, I want you to go and finish the drip for the person. Once it's my brother's house, I want to go and finish the drip. My husband told me he's coming. I waited till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, I carried my bag and went there to go and sleep. Because of the drip, I cannot finish. The man cannot finish that drip that day, and injection is inside the drip, inside that drip. So I have to monitor the man. I slept there. I called my husband. I'm there.
Your baby is there.
Yes.
You took your baby along.
Yes. I called my husband. I'm there. My husband said, you are there, but I told you to wait for me. I said, I cannot wait. That is night with my baby. It's night. It's around after 11. I cannot wait.
Where?
I cannot wait.
In your brother's place.
No, he
Where?
said he told me that I should wait. That
Wait for
until
where?
I should wait
Wait
in the
where?
house
Where?
until he come back. I said I cannot wait. That is after 11. That I want to tell to go and check the drip. That's why I
When
go.
your husband said, excuse me, when your husband said you should wait for him in the house, and not that you are not even working in the hospital, you want to go and treat somebody privately, and your husband told you, wait, I am coming. Once you are going to treat the person at night, and your husband is asking you, wait for me, I'm coming, so that they can even accompany you at night to go and treat the person, since the person is in your brother, and your brother now has opened a private hospital in his house, that you go there to go and be treating people. And your husband, you go there first, you did not tell him. Second one, you call him, you say, don't go, wait for me. You now say you cannot wait because you are you have doctorate degree of your medication. What?
No,
You
ma.
now left.
No,
with the
ma.
baby at night.
No, ma. Because of the drip. That is why I left home. The drip is unable to finish. That is why I went there to check the man. Later in the morning, I come home in the morning. Okay. Even I come home around 6 or after 6. I knock the door. Please open the door for me.
In the morning.
Yes, let me explain. He said no, I should go back there when I'm coming from. Okay. I go back to call my brother with that man that I'm treating. Two of them came together to beg my husband. Okay, my husband said there is no problem. And I bath, carry my baby, went to work the morning. And it finished like that. And everything finished like that day.
Let me tell you one thing. Both of you, I said it, both of you have Mr. Lawal, you are too protective over this relationship that may lead to you even having hypertension. Marriage, first of all, relationship, friendship, business relationship. First, what you establish first is trust. If I have any reason of doing business with you, and I have no trust for you as my business partner, there shouldn't be any reason of starting that business at all. Trust guides, protects everything you do with people outside yourself and God. When you begin to go outside trust, you begin to doubt your partner, business partner, in relationship, marriage, boyfriend and girlfriend, name it. You can't last in such relationship.
But I'm only trying.
Hold on, don't cut me off. Don't even try that.
Sorry.
You are looking haggard. You are not looking relaxed as a married man. Because you are overwhelmed with thoughts and unnecessary things. And anxieties of trying to distrust person in relationship, either from man or woman. If you are suspecting your spouse, don't jump into conclusion. Do your mathematics very well. I meet my husband standing with somebody, don't jump into conclusion, except on a ground that you are seeing something very, very visible in that relationship. And even at that, you must make sure you give that person red-handed. Then you can justify your reasons of quitting the relationship or doing whatever you feel that pleases you, aside killing the person or harming the person. Let me tell you, if you want to marry, choice of marriage, not how beautiful the girl is, not how handsome the man or how educated they are. There are things you must put into consideration. I asked her a question. Did you marry this lady and you knew that she's a staff nurse or auxiliary nurse? You said yes. Or she even at all, you have idea that she studied that, or she will undergo such training that eventually this person that went for what is it, auxiliary nurse training, can eventually one day say, I want to use that certificate or whatever to go and work somewhere. Yes. What are you to consider? One, a nurse doesn't work in your house except you open a pharmaceutical shop, or you open a private shop if she's licensed to treat people there. Otherwise, she must work in the hospital, both private or public. She must work either in the day or in the night. I cannot imagine myself having a hospital and I felt maybe I cannot afford up to how many staffs to work with me or medical doctor, and I have to exchange staff auxiliary nurse to work at night and medical doctor work in the daytime or myself to take over, and the staff will be conditioning me I will not work at night. If you cannot trust a woman, don't even dare go close to nurse. Don't go close to doctor. Don't go close to lawyer. Don't go close to bankers. Because they will definitely be subjected to what the work they are working. If they are not self-employed, they are rendering service to be paid. So you can't wake up as a husband and say, you are working here, you are not going to work at night. Except on the ground that the owner, the MD or who the employer will understand that, yes, we agreed with you that your wife should not be working at night. She will only work in the daytime. A relationship where there is no understanding, my dear brother, if you leave this person and you married another one, you will live to have more problems to come. If you married a virgin or you married even non-virgin and you keep, go open shop for the person. If you have that spirit of jealousy, lack of trust, lack of confidence on your spouse, this person you open shop for, that she's still selling in your own room, in your own frontage, you will still accuse her. Because man will definitely come to patronize. Woman will come to patronize. One thing will lead to another. You will also leave that one to go again. Or you slap the person. Slapping will lead to fighting. Fighting will lead to death or lead to injury, which is not proper. You have no reason whatsoever to lie against her, to win our trust, to win our favor. She shouldn't have any reason to lie against you, to win our favor, to win our trust. That is childish behavior. You must trust whom you are living with first. When the person betrayed the trust, then you have the role to be doing all that. Madam, you are too autocratic. You don't even talk like a woman. Do you understand me? I did not say you should not leave this marriage. And I even feel for you to even say, if you will change, I will come back. If you will not change, I will not come back. Listen. Change is inevitable. But change lies in both people's hands. How do you change this person? You will not ask this person to change. You are the one to change. Then he will use your change to change. You don't show me love. You don't show me love. This person you are accusing of not showing you love may not know what love is all about. May not have experienced how to show love. You may have idea, oh, there's something called Valentine. This person may not have even know whether Valentine exists. And both of you married. Maybe you have experienced a man or a woman showing you, showering you love, buying you perfume, buying you this during Valentine. After you married or you settled down in marriage, who you are married to have no idea. Then you begin to compare the man. You begin to compare